Jerry is first. Aha, not quite, pretty medic. Jerry beat you by milliseconds. That was good. Oh, on my screen it says, oh, I'll show you. It must have been really close. Hmm. What's on the agenda? Finishing up this. It's turning out really nice. I did finally get the rest of the parts in. Got the reflector, the LED emitter, and I did confirm that those wires are high and low. Which is going to make it really easy to wire that up, because then I'll just be able to wire this switch up, one for high, one for low. I also got the pain in the ass bane of my existence, the filament LEDs. I got those in, and for the life of me, I cannot solder these. I spent almost an hour yesterday trying to solder a wire to those things. It just won't do it. The No matter how big a blob I put on there, I even hooked the two wires together like this, the blob of solder, and the whatever the hell that is just pulled right out. Didn't damage or anything, just pulled right out. Um, so I finally gave up. I just said, that's it, I'm done, I give up. And I ordered some flux. That'll be here today. Supposedly flux is what I need to get through that. Get it to stick. But inside here, right about there, the channel going all the way around. And that filament LED is going to fill that channel so that you can have a firefly light or like a night light. That's going to be a separate switch over here for the firefly light. So this will be your USB input firefly light, your desktop emitter light, your two big bright lights if you have to light up an area, then of course your flashlight. This one's going to have everything. This will control these. This will control these. It's also got the USB built in. So there's your USB-C and your USB-A. Inside there is the circuit board. This one takes 2 batteries, so you have to manage to get yourself a hold of 2 of those C40 batteries. So it'll be 128 watt hours. And I got these adjusted perfectly. So looks like it was manufactured that way. It came out so nice. I'm gonna put a little bevel on the edge, I think, though. Yeah, that came out really freaking sweet. Still gotta find these switches. I got sides for the switches, but I can't find the freaking switches. I'll find them somewhere. Hey, Cassandra. But the big reflector fits perfectly. No issues there. I'm really pleased with how that fit. Um, we'll see how bright it is once I can power it up. That one's actually wired up, but I don't obviously I have no power yet. I tried to experiment with a few different things. So this hexagon pattern is using CNC Kitchen's bumpmesh.com website. This hexagon pattern is what you guys saw me do last week in Tinkercad. And this hexagon pattern is what I did in the slicer. So basically I told it make the first 2 layers infill but no bottom layers, and then bottom layers on top. So that's what that looks like when you do it in the slicer. Just having a little bit of patterning on the parts looks nice instead of being so plain, so bland. The combination of the bevels and chamfers and the patterns adds a nice finish. I'm not sure if I want to have openings here for ventilation to allow the heat to escape. Figured out what I want to do with that yet. I'm actually thinking about printing the lens on top of here and making the lens a hexagon pattern, and just like 2 layers thick and clear PETG. That shouldn't interfere with the light very much, but will basically make this open so that it can vent its heat. Probably it's not waterproof, so there's no point in drying. But yeah, overall, it's coming out really nice. I got the copper heat sinks. There you go. Oh, got little copper heat sinks, just in case the LEDs need it. I also found these. These are PWM motor controllers. Basically, they're voltage regulators, except that these are supposedly a high enough frequency that you won't see flicker, and they go down to 1.8 volts. So I should have much finer granularity, and these also have an on-off, although we're not going to use that. But I'll use one of these for this emitter on the side, the dim one, and one for the Firefly LED around the outside. There's a way I can use one for both. Just the parts count. Well, I guess I could. Assuming they'll both dim the same amount, I could use. It might be possible for me to use one of these for both to just to eliminate parts. Although these aren't expensive, they're less than $1. I also got a new idea. Try to reduce the amount of JST plugs and reduce the amount of soldering. Use one of these. Now that won't work in the flashlight, but it'll work in the lantern where there's plenty of space to stick this. And if these work the way I think they do, it just pops off. I believe these are common bus. Seriously? Gotta be kidding me. Damn it. It's amazing how this stuff is able to tangle itself. It's like how do you do that? Like how? The ability for this stuff to tangle itself is just how do I do? So, check on it. Is there a way to, oh, here? There we go. Oh no. That is not what I wanted. That's not going to work. I don't know. Basically, they're common across, but not this way. I thought I could plug positive and negative into here, then just plug my accessories into here. But no, this one's connected to that one, but these are not connected to these. Ooh, shit. Got a whole bunch of these coming in. It didn't cost very much, but I got like half a dozen of these coming in, plus the half a dozen I have here. Oh man, that does not work the way I thought it did. I thought it was a terminal block. It says terminal block. No, this is just a screw terminal. I'm gonna be putting multiple wires in. Basically, I was hoping to come out of the BMS and just go right to here, and then just start plugging my stuff in. Shit. So in that case, I can cut this in half to have a positive and a negative. Oh, I see how that works. Okay. I wonder if I could take these apart, use the bus bars by themselves. Well, I bet you I can. Yes. Okay, this is not so bad now. Okay, okay. I can make this work. A lot more compact, too. There we go. I can remove them. So one for positive, one for negative. Then I just have to shrink wrap them and shield them. And I believe I have a shrink wrap that'll actually fit over this. The Wago style is nice too. I like those. Yes. I can fit that in a shrink wrap. Okay. Okay, I can make this work. Not as convenient as I was hoping, but I can make it work. All I gotta do is unscrew one side, and I can slide the whole thing out the other side. It does make it more compact. Oh, nice thing is I got 4 out of each one. Okay. I can make this work. Gets rid of the bulky block. And if I really do need more, I could daisy chain them. So I should be able to go one through the other. Yep. So if I really need to, I could daisy chain them together, give me more connection points, but I don't think I'll need that. Okay, that works. This is not wasted. And who knows, maybe the ones I got from AliExpress will be different. I assumed it was going to go vertical. Assumption, mother of all fuck ups. The doctor also got me medication for these, and it looks like it's working. They're actually going away. Whatever this stuff is. Triamcinolone acetonide cream. That seems to be working so far. I mean, they are definitely lighter. But I am really pleased with how this is coming out. I actually ran out of gray and had to switch to a different color, but not enough infill. One of them broke. The screw hole broke away from the plastic. I didn't have enough infill there. Now I know to be careful of that. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how this came out. Good to see the inside. The inside came out really nice. There's your cover plate. Inside there is your space for 2 batteries. This is your hold down to hold the battery down. I even hollowed out up there so you have more space for wires and stuff. So I also made this whole thing 10 millimeters taller, so you got more space in here for wiring everything. The back side, all of these is open, so you'll be able to stick a heatsink on there. These just slide in from the top. Look at that. Little bugger just slides right in there, just like that. Perfect fit, like a glove. And this channel up here is a little bit wider to accommodate your solder joint. So when you put your little solder blobs on there to solder the wires, these little freaking pads, there should be enough space there now to accommodate that. Yep, tons of space. So as you can see, right there and right there is where your solder pads are. So now you have all that space. So you don't have to worry about the plastic bulging or tearing apart your solder joints as you put your solder in there, as you do your work. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how this came out. Just, it came out so nice. I'm also thinking it might be interesting to um since especially if this and this are opaque, and if you intentionally use some transparent plastic, create this line like I did here, I could put a little LED inside of here and make this line glow. That might be pretty cool. And just connect it up to the same circuit as this for the Firefly. So now you'll have your dual C40 lithium iron phosphate batteries. You'll have your dual 5-watt emitters, creating a bright light like the flashlight. Then you'll have your dim side one for lighting up a table. You have your 22.5-watt bi-directional USB-C USB ports. So you have your A port and your C port on the side here. That's built into the cone. I don't like the way this wiggles a little bit, so I've redesigned it with 2 rails on the inside here so it interlocks better, because there's only 1 screw here, 1 screw here, so it's able to pivot. And the other solution would be to have 2 screws go in here, so there's a 3-point contact, which I may or may not do. This just pops on this, and here is your Here is your LEDs. These are easy to wire up. You get the two long JST connectors, common your two blacks together to the black. Then one of these goes to the white, one of these goes to the red, and that should, if I read the web page correctly, although I want to be careful with that. These wires are really fragile. What I'll probably end up wanting to do is to blob them, put a little glue there, blob those wires, so that you're bending the wires instead of bending that solder joint. Otherwise, these are nice. This is the aluminum. It's partially why they cost so much. You can get them in cold white and warm white for about $6 each. I also have space to add a heatsink onto the back of the USB charging circuitry in there. See that silver pad? That's where it gets hot. So I'm going to slap one of those heat sinks on there. These just slide into this opening here, which I'm going to make bigger. Why fight it if I don't have to? Oh. And inside here, oh, let me show you this. I was so pleased with how this came out. So, son of a bitch, stay the fuck up here. You can hardly even see it. There's a ring in here. Oh, I just broke it. I didn't know that could break. Plastic cracked. Come on. Come on. Boy, once it's in there, it is. So that's a vase mode print. It's just a single shell with a little bulge on the side. And there's a channel in here. And then this, after you get your filament in there, this fills that channel so they can't come out. Holds it in place. Works very well. No glue, no screws needed. I was really surprised how well that worked. This screws in from this side. I can get it out. Come on. Come on. What is your problem? That didn't want to come out. There we go. There is your USB board that sits inside there. I did have to redo this to get it to fit better. Which I already did. That doesn't need to be screwed in because the moment you put the this panel on, it's locked in place. It can't remove. I am really, really pleased. Give you a better view inside there. There you go. I hollowed it all out in there. This way the batteries are still isolated from each other. You have plenty of room for all your gadgetry. Just make all the wires long enough so that you can spread it out. But that came out really, really nice. Now I just got to get it wired up. Later on today, I'll have the lost my hair tie. I got to find it. Later on today, I'll have the flux. I'll be able to solder those damn connections. To make this really bright enough, I'm probably going to have to install one of these. So this is a boost converter. I'll probably come directly off the BMS to this. So everything will be running at 5 volts instead of 3.6 volts. This way you can get full power out of all the emitters. Although we'll see how it runs. Because if it's bright enough at 3.6 volts, then just leave it there. But I suspect this will be happier I suspect this will get better performance if you get to the 4.2 to 5 volt range it's designed for. And also the other problem with letting it run at 3.6 volts, that the voltage may eventually drop low enough that those emitters might turn off long before the battery's dead. So I'll probably install a boost converter to bump the voltage up to 5 volts and run everything off of a common 5 volt rail. And the Firefly and the area light on the side, I'm gonna dip down with one of these, bring the minimum brightness. It should be possible for me to use one of these. That's assuming, well, that's assuming they'll both run off the same lower voltage. They might need a different voltage each. Scratcher. That means you come here. Seriously? This is how you're gonna play it? Scratch. Oh. Mm-hmm. Find my damn hair tie. It's really, really annoying having my hair bouncing all over the place. I don't see any more. Of course, I cannot find one when I need them. I also made a little brace so that when you screw in this screw here, it'll screw into a little plastic brace on the inside here, which will hold those heat sinks in place. Make sure they stay put. That is this little thing right here. Show you. It's gonna go like that. Go like this. This will be printed with no top and bottom layers. This will sit right there. Like that. And they'll use a 1-inch screw, go straight through this into this. And those two little bumps right there, they'll make sure the two heat sinks stay in place. I'm not worried about the one on the side since that one's going to be running super dim. Matter of fact, it probably won't need a heatsink at all. But these two here running at full power, you should probably use a heatsink. So I've got the copper heat sinks right here. Got the ones with the on the back. Was $13 for 8 of them. That's enough to do 4 of these lanterns. So that'll sit there kind of like that. And this will also notch into, see there's 2 little notches here on the sides where it fits in. That's so that the plastic doesn't creep over time. It's to lock it in place. So it's pinned in here, here, and with the screw in the middle. This way you don't have creep over time. I didn't round anything off because if you have a rounded edge, that's going to be closed. And I want this to all be open so the heat can get out. Oh, that reminds me. A couple changes. See here, I got the rails. See, I got 2 rails here so that Is it just me or does that look wrong? That doesn't look right. Sitting okay there. Why does that look bigger? That definitely looks bigger. Let's get everything and deselect you. Okay, now can't tell. Okay, that is 4x5. 4x5. They're the same. Boy, that one sure looks bigger though, doesn't it? Okay. You want to make some modifications here. What did I just separate? That channel right there. I'm gonna have to remember that. Oh, here's a little trick for you. This I need to merge that after I merge the rest. And the problem is you're not going to be able to reach that because it's on the inside. So here's a trick. Put a little hole cube on the outside here like this, and you join it with this piece here. Now I can select this, which also selects that, and go away. And this will go away because it's a hole. That's a little Tinkercad trick for you. Okay. There we go. Take this. I want to make it a bit bigger. Let's go 16 here. 17 here. Go. That makes that a little bit bigger. What else? Did I want to change anything else? I really should make this 2 holes. Wouldn't be that hard to do. Yeah, I'm going to make that 2 holes. All right, but I have to do that carefully. Here's what I got to do. What the hell? Oh, didn't crash. Yeah, I've got to watch your bin video, wall bin video. I have that bookmarked. Let's see here. So I want to highlight everything. I want to deselect this and this, join everything. See if I break it doing that. Nope, it didn't break it. Okay. All right. Now I can take this and this, join it. Because this is external, it just disappears. I created a channel just in case I need it. The wire coming off of the filament. I don't think I need it, but just in case. Because I want to make sure I can get underneath of my retention ring here. All right. Now we're going to take this, we'll extend this quite a bit so I can see it. Well, not quite that much, I guess. I guess I have to join it, don't I? Otherwise it won't rotate. Won't rotate correctly. But all I have to do is deconstruct one step. I'll get that. Okay. Just back here. Bring everything back. Select everything again. And we need to keep this and this. Hide everything else. Okay. We're going to get rid of this too. Bring you back later. See what I did in here. I carved all this out. Use less plastic, give it a little more rigidity, and give you space to stuff things. Like when you bundle up these wires and crap, so you stuff it in there. Okay, yep, there's plenty of room here for screws. Although I should rotate it. Yeah, this would look good with you. I was just thinking a nice dark walnut-like wood filament with some of the filamentum Icelandic blue. Oh, this would look nice. Damn, would this look nice. Technically no, but it will wear your nozzle faster. So it is good to use a hardened nozzle. But for just a short run, you're probably okay. It depends on what's in the filler. Okay. Okay, so now the correct way to do this would be to rotate this so that it's perpendicular to the cone. All right, so now what I need to do is I need to deconstruct this to get to this tool path here. Oh no. And the snap maker is a bit more difficult to change the nozzle on too. So that's something you're going to want to plan for. I've heard nothing but good about the U1. Damn, my legs hurt so much. Pain is just constant. I was retaining a ton of water, and water pills worked. It got rid of all the water, but the fluid was coming right through the skin on my legs, which made all the skin gooey and soft. And as it dries and tries to scab over, every time I move my legs, that skin where it interfaces to soft skin cracks and tears, and it's so painful. Oh man. Like right now I'm not wearing any pants because I'm trying to keep it dry, let it heal more. If I put on pants, it gets moist, it stops hurting, but then it's not healing. Okay, so now I need to deconstruct this enough. I need to get a hold of that right there. Let's see. There's the cutaway for the back. Ooh. There we go. And there is the hole for that. Okay. So what I should be able to do is select all of this, unselect this. Let's see if it lets me join that. See if that works. Oh, I need to change that too. This needs to be a pass-through. Okay. Need to make this bigger. 4.4, 4.69, 5. Okay. That takes care of that. Come on. Put the goddamn work plane down there. Thank you. Rawr. Okay. Okay. Do I need to make any other changes in here while I'm in here? I don't think so. So now what I need to do is join all this together again, but separate this. Okay, join. Let's see if it throws a conniption fit. Lets me do it. Oh, no problem. All right, is anything missing? Like, did I do an order violation? Nope. That all looks good. Okay. All right. Now we bring everything back. We select everything again. Rid of everything except this and this and this. Hide it. Now what I need to do is create a master ring here. This. Align you with that. There and there. Okay. Okay. Now I no longer need this. Now I can get it out of my way. Okay. Now we take this, split it, make it shorter. So it's inside the master ring. Just like that. Okay. Take that. This. Join. Hey, SPC. Now, to correct a flaw that I had before, I need to make this the same angle as that. Just approximately. That'll be perfect. Something like that. Now, this, make it transparent. Not really what I wanted. Need to see the overlap. So I think I need to make this solid, make this a hole. There we go. Okay. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. Now I can put this here. I can adjust this. Get more or less bite. How thick is that? I don't know what that is. Let's do this. That needs to be about 1 degree more. Okay. No, 1 degree more. There we go. No, 1 degree more. Huh. Thought I needed that. There we go. Close enough. Yep, this is the dual battery version. Now we take this, put it here, make this at least 5 millimeters tall. 4 millimeters is probably enough. So I can reach it. This and this. Now we sink it. Okay. Now I know I have at least 4 millimeters of plastic. Now I know that this is at least 4 millimeters thick, which is what I want. Right, turn this back into a solid, this into a hole. Okay, now I need to shift the holes. Now we can do that with the master ring. So Control D. That work? It did. U and U. Oh, nope, got to put this back down here. There we go. Now we grab this and we rotate. What's the goddamn angle? Show me the fucking angle. 14 degrees. So I'm probably going to go 15. Just because that's a known value. Okay. Take the other one. Do the same thing in reverse. Go. There. Now these are rotated along this curve, maintaining their 4 millimeters of thickness. Now comes the tricky part. You take this, put it on top of that. Make this, I think it's 3 by 3 by 3. Okay. Put our work plane here. Take that part and this part. Align on you here and here. Okay. And we take this, make sure we're penetrating this part here. Okay. Now we do the same thing over here. Actually, I could cheat. I could just Control D, select the master ring again, rotate it 30 degrees. I could cheat. Go. And that's centered. Okay. Now, what did I do that for? You'll see in a second, just a second. So let's take these two and join them. We're going to grab a square. We're going to stick it out here. We're going to join that square with these, just so that we know we can grab this. Okay. Take these two, join. Now these two join with this. That gets us our holes in the bottom plate. Come on. There it goes. Now we bring everything back. And I should be able to select this. And well, first to undo this, which gets us the one right there. Delete. Then we take this and we join it with this. And now, whoa, I didn't realize we did this. Oh, I gotta check that. How'd that happen? Now you can see we have the holes line up inside here. Okay, I did not realize I chunked it right here. Oops. Oh. I could shift them. How far can I shift them? That should bring me those. That should bring me those. Okay. What I can do is stop it. Put a work plane here. Nope, that's not what I want. How do I average it? I need to slide them along that plane. I'm not 100% sure how to do that. Like this. Probably the easiest thing to do would be to the work plane here. That approximates it. Grab you, and just start bringing them this way. Why didn't you grab the other one? Start bringing it this way. Just like that. Does that get me inside? Yes, I'm now inside. Okay. Now I can take this and this. It's not what I asked you to do. Deselect. Douchebag. Join. Now we are no longer putting a hole in here. Okay. Bring everything back. Join this with this. It's awfully close to my channels, but that should be okay. That'll stop the wobble. The wobble. Now we verify. Look through here. Have a clean channel. And it lines up with that hole there. Okay. right, now I need to put a little cut here. .02. Okay. It's close enough. D. It's close enough. Together. Align. Really, it's got to be down here. Had to put it down here. Okay. This is going to go up. .3 and join that. All right, that unifies the first layer into a single perimeter, which will make it easier to print. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. I could make this centered now. I want to mess with it. I don't know. Should. I don't want to. That hole is now bigger. Yes, now the question is, do I want to put ventilation holes in here? Make sure this thing can ventilate. I don't think it's going to need it. I mean, we're only dissipating 15 watts. So that means if we do 80% of 15, that's 8 and 4. So we're dissipating 12 watts. And I think that's enough aluminum to dissipate 12 watts. Yeah, I agree. But if it burns up, then it doesn't really matter, does it? But I could also fix that with the lens on the front. Print the lens in plastic and leave it open. This way it can vent its heat. There's also other ways I can ventilate without making it look ugly. So for example, I could put slots along here, real close to where this joins. So that let me show you what I mean. Let's see. Let's do this. Right. Why do you do that? Does that all the time. I hit shift and it acts like I didn't press shift. Is that my keyboard or is that just my computer being slow? So for example, could do slots like this all the way around. And just have a couple of those slots around here, sort of hidden up here. That would allow some ventilation, but would that allow enough to be worth the effort? Because that's going to be hard to print. I think I'm just going to go with this and see how it goes. Okay. Made this 5 millimeters to support this. We adjusted these holes so that now we have 3 points of contact. Reflector. We'll stop that wobble. We also have the rails inside of here, which will help with that. This switch is for the reflector. This switch is for these two back here. This switch is for the Firefly. This is for the USB input. Verified the USB board fits. We verified the tops fit. All the switches fit. We haven't verified this one yet because I gotta find them. Everything clinched flat with no supports. I even managed this angle here is enough to print without supports. It's perfect. I can't believe how nicely it prints. Look at that. It is such a steep angle, even at 0.3 millimeter layer height. Look at that. Perfect. I have absolutely zero complaints about that. Prints just like that. So that whole thing prints without support, which is nice. The only tricky parts of the print is that you need to make sure this stays glued down flat or it's not going to look nice. Then you also need to make sure this stays down. If these corners pull up a little bit, it's not that big a deal. Don't notice it too much, but you don't want it to pull up too much. It's going to start looking ugly. Okay. All right, let's start adding some aids. This doesn't need any. This doesn't need any. Although it could use it. Fine. That. Okay. Let's get this done right. Hide. They are individual. Good. That'll make this easy. That is not what I want you to do. Why does it always have to be over here? 0.02. Why won't you let me fucking pick that? The overlapping hip boxes. Oh, you son of a bitch. There's a relative. Negative 0.3. Go. All right, let's select these two. 9 on you. Center. D. Line. You. There. Okay. Take the two of you. Control D. Bring you over here like this. All right. Select all. There. Now that will print cleanly. I haven't had a problem printing it, but might as well make it easier for everybody if I can. Okay. All right. Now let's get rid of this piece. Let's put one here. We're going to do that. This way. Come on. Zero 0.3. Okay. Take you. Line. Center. Join. All right. That'll make that one easier to print. Hide. Okay. Okay. Now we take you. Lower you. Just why does it always have to be off the screen? Always. Just like, what the hell, man? Okay. That big. That big. Of course, you're going to be over on the left. Yep. That. That gets those two holes. And this gets this hole. Go. Join them. Okay. All right. Anything else? This is a clean circle. Don't have to worry about it. Clean circle. Don't have to worry about it. This one, the hole is joined. This one, the 3 holes are joined. This one, the 2 holes are joined. Oh, we got to put our support discs in. See, this is not going to print correctly. Although, at an angle now. That might actually print okay now. We're gonna have to slice that and see what happens. I might not need a bridge disc. Let's see what happens when I. That might no longer require. Well, I was thinking about putting 4 holes in the bottom for some TPU feet. Maybe. Oh, it hurts so much. That export? Nope. Oh. Oh man. Come on. Come on. Pour it. Eat on with it. Yeah, I agree. It looks clean without vents. This cone looks really nice. Mm. Oh no, something went wrong. Shut up and export. Because they're at an angle, they might print okay without the bridge discs. There it goes. This is actually the body. Okay. I'm really liking this lantern. I really want this to work. Okay. I want to rotate this. Good. Yep, I got the reflectors. They are beautiful. It's actually aluminum. I got this one wired up and ready to go. And I found out the 3 wires. Somebody told me what it was in the Discord. I confirmed it. It is low and high, which is really nice. That saves me circuitry. So that will be the reflector. That fits perfectly right into there. And there's a recess in here, so this fits right in there, just like that. Perfect. Yeah, this came as a unit. I wouldn't have done it any other way. Although a replaceable lamp would be nice. I would love. I don't know how to do it, and I don't think there is any way for me to do it. My ideally, what I would have liked would be to have like a maglite type bulb, with a replaceable LED bulb. But not only is that expensive, but it's not really practical. Those were never very bright either. All right. All right, first layer prints unified. You see, I can't figure out why is it doing this. See how it's separating it into 2 pieces? even though it's not. I can't figure out why the hell it's doing that. Let me try something. Bring it here. Clean it up a little bit. Chamfer where? Zero. Let's see. Fixed by Windows algorithm. Hang on. I don't know what you mean by. What do you mean by small opening in large piece? Talking about on this, or on this, or on the metal, the reflector? Oh, you mean the error that I'm seeing on the file? That's supposed to be solid. It's supposed to be all one piece. There should not be a separate thing there, which is why it's annoying me. Let's see what this does. See? This is supposed to be solid. There is no space here. This space does not exist. I don't know why it's doing that. See? Ah. There is no space here. Oh. See here? This is solid. There's no space here. I mean, I guess I know how to fix it, as annoying as it is. I could just... Oh, wait a minute. There is something there. Look at that. There's something there. See how it's tilting? Oh, isn't that weird? Okay, let's fix it. Huh. There is a little gap there. Would you look at that? Huh. I never in a million years would have noticed that. Okay. Well, I know how to fix it. um, should be that simple. That'll take care of that. Why? Why did you unselect the other one? I am showing my screen. Okay. That should take care of that. So, What the hell is this for? What's this line here? Oh, I hate when it does weird things like that. Doesn't matter. It should be fine. All right. Again. I finally fixed that. That was annoying the hell out of me. It's not a big deal. It prints fine, but it's a glitch that annoys me. It shouldn't be there. Righty. Oh, come on. All right, let's bring it back into Prusa and clean it up. "16 errors. Fixed by Windows algorithm. Down to 0 errors. I want to rotate it 180. Export it. There we go. Not perfect, but good enough. I don't know why it's doing that. That is weird. Still being a bitch. Now it's a matter of principle. Now you need to die. That glitch needs to. Okay. Make you a little bit wider. Acting. You a little bit wider. And make you taller. Now give me a problem. Go ahead. Make my day. Lick them. Their bag. Okay. Although now I have this. I don't care. Why is it doing that? That is weird, though. What the? That's the. Whoa, there's the problem. Look at this. That shouldn't be like that. What the hell? There's the problem. This file got all munged up. Whoa. Let's see if we can fix that. All right. Now I see the problem. That's all messed up. There it is. If you look at that, that's all messed up. That's all kinds of screwed up. Why? Huh. Come on, give me the thing. Okay, so let's take this. It obviously doesn't like me joining all these copies together. Let's get rid of them. Not what I wanted. It's kind of what I told you, though. Drop. Okay. Now, why does that have a gap? I should be able to just do this. I don't know why I have to do it that much, but okay. It's still got a little gap. Oh, much better. Now we have a clean overlap. More to make sure. Rid of you. I don't think I need you anymore. I think we now have a clean overlap. But I think I need to delete a part of that. This. Chunk off a piece of that. There we go. Still got that harsh line. Not sure why. All right. Now let's see what happens when I do this. All right, looks solid now. Okay. Do I need to do anything special? Can I just join all this? I think I can just join all this. All right. Anything missing? That looks good. Bottom looks good. All right. Let's see what that does. Let's get this renamed. Body. Let's delete this. Delete all this. Let's delete. Let's see what that does. Okay. And still 16 errors, though. I wonder what the 16 errors are. Wish I could see them. It is one shell. That's good. Worked. There we go. Hey, Matt. Oh, that is much cleaner. That's what it's supposed to look like. Okay. Let's see how these holes came out. Now the question is that going to form correctly? Might. Do I need to put a helper disc in there? I mean, that does seem pretty gentle to me. That might actually print okay without a helper disc. Yeah, that might print okay. All right, that's a good integration. 20% is good. Okay. I am happy with that. Port body. Now let's save the factory file. I'm liking what I'm looking at. Okay. Oh, what the hell is a cat? Okay. Bring everything back. Let's start downloading. All right, next piece. The lid ID. Export. Maybe. Lid. Right. Exported that. Exported that. Right. This is going to be on this. Brace. Brace. Back. ID. Right. This is going to be lens cover. Port. ID. This is the reflector. This one takes a while. Come on. Damn it. I might actually be able to use 2 half-inch screws. Have one come this way, one come this way. I think about it. That would eliminate having to have a separate part. Ow. I'm gonna have to wait on getting the bamboo A1. The I got the money from the bank for signing up for their checking account, but I only got 200, not 400. Apparently, it's 200/200. So 200 for the person who referred you and 200 for you. And since I referred myself, I only get the 200. Bastards. It's like, really? You gonna dick me? So I gotta wait a couple weeks to get some more money. Something went wrong. Sport. Hopefully another 2 or 3 weeks, I'll have enough money. Come on. Come on, export the damn file. There it is. Hide you. This is the grip. Grip. Right. You. Okay. This is sink hold. Hold the heat sinks. This is bat hold. Hold the battery. This is USB cover. SPER. USB cover. And this is the Firefly insert. all of that. Okay. That's everything. Hmm. Anything else missing? No, that's where that goes. That's just enough to make sure those heat sinks don't separate from the LEDs. Oh yes, I need a hanger. Absolutely. So the problem I had with making a hanger for this, making a hanger is easy. Making a hanger that won't just break, that's a little harder. Hmm. How do I make a loop that won't just snap? I mean, granted, if I make it thick enough, it'll hold. All right, think about this. How do I want to do this? I absolutely want to hang this. Um, this one's easy. This one's not so easy. Got it carefully. This one's the one back here is easy. All I gotta do is extend a loop out of this. So let's do a Control D. R 35 millimeters. Take this. Same thickness as this. It's close enough. All right. Definitely want the wall thickness to be thicker. Yes, be a little bit bigger. Should be as simple as that. It's printing longitudinally with the grain, so to speak. So that would be a hoop to attach it to. I want it a little bit bigger. Yeah. I want this a little thicker too. I want this to be pretty damn strong. 20. Increase the number of sides a little bit. A little smoother. Let's make sure we are centered. Okay. D. What do you think? That looks big enough. Mm. And oh man, that aches. Let's make it 5 millimeters thick. It's thick. Need is for this to be. I want this to I don't want it to come to a point. Very important that it does not come to. Okay. This way, there's a flow here, and you don't create a concentration of force. If you have a concentration of force, it'll break. Okay. You join. Okay. You into something brown. Wow. Yeah, that's going to screw that up. This like that. This way I'm not munging up my other parts. There we go. Okay. Now, I would also like to bevel this a little bit. So let's do bevel. Much better. It'll print a little ugly, but I think it'll work. I can that. No. Well, I mean, well, ideally I would love to make this round like that. That would not print easily. Need a harsh bevel if we want to print nicely. That means this needs to come to here. I need to cut out a little center hole here. Oh. Stop it. I want to be there like that. There we go. That's what we want. Okay. Join. Oh, I forgot to duplicate it. There we go. Okay. Rip. I have to add that to the other one as well. Come on. Okay. Now, this. Stretch it out. This and this. The line here. Old one. Go. What do you think? And this one will be up here. Still have to build it, but I'll show you where it'll approximately. What do you think? Does it look okay? I don't know. Seems awfully out of place somehow. It's got to be a better way to do it. Hanging vertical. Oh yeah, you just shift your hang point. No, I don't like this at all. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I'm just going to outright delete it. There is a much, much easier solution. Let's make this 6. And your wall thickness is 6. So that'll handle 5. No, I'm going to put a hole right through it. Literally. I'm going to stick a hole right through it, and you'll put a piece of string in there. That string will be nice and floppy, It won't stick up and get broken off, and you can just hook carabiner clips to it. We're going to keep it simple. Kiss, baby, kiss. All the weight's back here. All of it. 100% of the weight's back here. Mm-hmm. Okay. That is not what I asked you. Kind of is, because I'm dumb. Okay. Down just a little bit. See, ideally, you want it here and here, because all the weight is going to be here. The problem is, I don't want to put that much stress on this connection point right here. That's one single screw holding that on. I'm wondering, see, what I really should do is have two screws here. I should have move this screw down a little bit, and I should have another screw here. The problem is, it's going to look ugly as fuck. I really don't want to have two screws. Now, what I could do that I didn't think of until just now, I could have the screws come in from here. I could have the screw come in through here into the handle. I don't know if I want to do that though. Screw does poke through, so it has good bite. I think we're okay. But I think the second one needs to go up here. Okay. Control D. All the way through. Yes, it does. Yep, I think that's what we're going to have to do right there. Just like that. This will go through here. This will go through here. And that should be a nice short bridging. No problem. It's longitudinal, the direction of the thread, the filament. So it should be nice and strong. Mm-hmm. There. Just put a piece of paracord right through here. Tie it off. Another piece through here. Mm-hmm. This way we don't have these ugly ass loops sticking up in the air that are going to be screaming, break me. Okay. Okay. Let's do my other one. Like the other one. Mm. Don't need this anymore. What do you mean rotate? It's going to be a piece of paracord. It'll rotate in any direction you want. Like literally. Hang on a second. Let me. Hang on a second. I'll show you in a second. So this here is for you to feed a piece of 5mm paracord through. So you just shove a piece of paracord through there and tie it off into a loop. So it'll rotate in any direction you want. Okay. I like this hexagon handle. It's not really nice. This is grip hex. Okay. Back to the other one. Gotta redo reflector too. Grip and reflector. Yeah. How else did you mean rotate? You mean some other? I don't get. What do you want to rotate exactly? Because modifying it's pretty easy. whole bunch of different prototype prints. Hey, one shot. Here's the original one where just had a ventilation, no USB yet. It's the single one. I upgraded to the double. I made the whole thing thicker so you have more room, and I hollowed out all this. So you'd have more room for all the goodies. Okay. There. What else? Anything else that I'm missing? Oh yeah, I want to add some tie downs. Let's see. That's going to be no. Nice. Where is the flashlight? Ah. Come on. Come on. Oh. Grab those pieces there. Yeah, all I need is that. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that fixed loop was ugly. That was nasty. I did not like that at all. Yuck. Okay. This just needs to be holes. I'll just be adding holes to the model. Super easy. All right. What? I don't get it. What the hell? Oh, copy this. Paste. 5. Six, 8. Okay. 32. Go. That keeps them proper position. These should still line up. Yes. Okay. Join. Next thing we're going to do is rotate this way. Then we're going to rotate this way. All right. That is down inside. Good. You son of a bitch. Come on. Work with me. Instead of being a douche. There. See? I do. Is there enough room? Maybe. Might be enough room there. I need to split these apart. These out. Yeah. That'll work. Sure, we still centered. Yes. Okay. Now, want any hard points anywhere else? Oh. That could create our attachment points for the loops too. Have you... I'm going to do them in parallel. They'll self-balance. You just got to charge them both up all the way the first time so that you don't have a huge imbalance. Huh. You know something? I like the idea of having a loop better than I do. Yeah, I would much rather have a loop. because then you can choose what you want. Okay, let's definitely add these. Let's duplicate this so I can have copies to play with. That gets us some nice hard points on the bottom, front and back. But yeah, we can also do the loops like this too. Instead of doing the hole through the grip, which I really don't like, I could just do a screw hole. This way, if you don't want that, all you have is a hole there. Okay. So we're going to delete both of these and the reflector. Okay. 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 So first off, this one's easy. Huh. You just stick it right there. Just like that. The only thing I don't like is that no, this is pretty strong. Yeah, there's strength here. I don't want to overstress components. I don't think that's going to be an issue. Okay. Okay. So let's do this right. That way. Oh, no, we got to split this anyway. We do that vertically. Why did you do that? Why did you go back one? Like, why would you do that? Want me to bite you? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Decent amount of infill on that piece. Go away. So tired of there being two windows. Grace. You're gonna like this when I see what I have here. You're gonna like this. The battery's in parallel. and no balance charging. They'll self-balance. Just charge them both up fully so that you don't have a large imbalance. And then once you connect the two of them together, they'll self-balance. Okay, that takes care of that. Rip goes back to what it was. Rip. Okay. Reflector. This one does get changed. Like that. Why'd you move again? Starting to really piss me off. All I gotta do is, hell, oh, I was nowhere near it. You and you. Line. You. Enter. All the way through. Yes, it does. And it goes through a thick part. Careful, too close to that line there. Okay. I don't know why I didn't think about this the first time. But basically, I have an example to show you. Nope, I do not. You know how on the flashlight we had these TPU little clips here? And you had these little rings? Well, there you go. Now they're on this. So you have one here. Yes, Tinkercad's a web app. So you have one hole there and one hole here to connect these singles, which would connect to this little ring right here. And then you can snap on whatever strap you want. And then I'm also adding double holes down here for these reinforced ones, like this one here, that take this larger ring right here. And you got two on the back and two on the front. So now you have two tie down points for your strap. And if you don't use the strap, it's completely invisible. You just have a little 3mm hole right there, which won't make the thing look ugly. Then you just add these components if you need them. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. This will allow MOLLE attachments, for example, to your backpack, hanging it. You can hang it from the front. You can hang it from the back. You can attach your doggy bags to it. You can attach whatever the hell you want to this. This is nice. I like this. Okay, and I think I am going to add TPU feet. I think this needs some feet. Take this and this. The Forever flashlight is a handheld flashlight. So that is simply this. So if you want a traditional style flashlight, that's what you get. You get the traditional style flashlight. If you want a more vintagey style lantern, well, then you get this. So it's a more vintagey style lantern. This is also a much bigger battery, much more stable base. So this has the two emitters like the flashlight does, and the side emitter like the flashlight does, but you don't have to stand it on its edge like this to use it. This also has the reflector for shooting a beam. So this will actually project light out a distance because it has an actual reflector light on it. This one also has the USB power built in. This one also has the Firefly mode built in. theoretically, if I do this right, this Firefly light, you should be able to leave that on for like 30 days without draining. It should take 30 days to drain the battery, which means that's something that you leave on all night so your kids can have a night light in a tent, or you can just be able to find the damn thing. And this one, of course, is 128 watt hours since it holds 2 batteries. So yeah, basically, this is the big brother. This is the little brother, the little sister. That's all. Just options. Just have options. I like options. Let's add some feet. On. Okay. All right. I want feet. This 4 sides, a height of 10 millimeters should be plenty. Bottom radius of 20, top radius of 10. Rotate 45 degrees. That looks like a decent sized foot to me. Although I think I'm going to make this 15. Yeah, I like that better. Yeah, I like chunky feet. Let's leave it chunky feet. You think chunky feet's okay, or should I make them smaller? Oh, yeah, I want this 20 by 20. Let's scale. How would I do that? Oh, what's 15 come out to? That's closer. It's 10. Yeah, I like that. Let's make the height 7. Yeah, that looks okay to me. Now we take this, universally modify it to be 20. Okay. Modify this, 7. Okay. Now, add a square. That's already 20. Let's make this square 3 millimeters tall. 3 tall. Now, this here, drop, line. Right. Ah, come on. Am I grabbing the right one? Go. D. Okay. .1. Let's make it 4. Cut tool. Okay. 0.3 by 0.3. Turn you into a hole. Okay. So we're going to put here. D. Join. Line. Nope. Do. Date. Go. You. Join. You. Join. Go. And we put this down here. You drop just like that. You will fit right inside a little hole like that. Okay. Now we have itty bitty feet. Yeah. Control D. How's that look? Good to me. What the fuck did you do that for? Had a leftover command. That's all. There. Control D. You go. There's the feet. Okay. Now, where do they end up on the inside? Should end up about here and about here. Okay. You, delete, delete, you, split again, split, split, split. Okay. By 3. Duplicate, you and you. Fine. Here, there, and there. You and you. Fine. Here, there, and there. Grab you. Align you. There. Last one is here. Align you. Okay, does that even poke through? Okay, it pokes through here. But I think I actually need to poke through there. Otherwise I won't have enough bite. I'm fine with that. Although, do I actually have enough plastic there? I need this grid to be out of my face. What do I want to do about this? I guess the real question is, how thick is it? I don't think that's thick enough. Yeah, that's not thick enough. I mean, we're just holding feet, but still, that's not enough material. Okay. Let's put a dimple on there. Grab you. Let's see here. Is 5 enough? You and you. Here. Yeah, I think it'll be enough. D. Grab you. Line. And you and you. Going with you. Oh, I don't want you that color. Yes. Okay. Let's add the cut tool. Drop you down. Zero 2. Stick you. We're going to align you with this line here. Center. Okay. Control D. Align you with this one. Okay. Grab you. D. Over here. Okay. That should do it. Cool. There. Okay. Flip you over. Okay. All right. Now we got to do this. I need you 2, 3, 4 millimeters. Going to be 12 by 12. 12 by 12. Then Control D, drop, drop, 5 by 5. Okay. 2, 2, 2, 2, join. There. Now your feet will screw in. Okay. TPU put sport. Ring. Loop. TPU single. Why is that weird? Like, oh, strange. Single, double. Okay. Need the body to be exported again. The Y. That. All right. Now, did I export the new reflector? I don't think I did. Nope. Dang. I should have moved these feet in a little bit, but whatever. Export the brace. Yes. Brace is exported. Mm. And it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to print this out of TPU. Lens cover ring for some resilience of being bumped. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Probably print the brace out of TPU as well if you want to. body. Right there. I'm glad I remembered these things. I'm going to modify that foot a little. Let's do 8. 12. Yeah, that's better. I could probably go even a little more. Yeah. And what you can do is when you print this TPU foot, adjust your settings and print your bottom layers like a couple layers away, and then switch to no bottom layers and zigzag. This way you have infill touching the ground and it'll be more flexible. Okay. I am satisfied with that. Is there anything else you guys would like to see? Anything I could add? A feature? I mean, there is room. I don't want to go crazy with features, but something simple. So now we have these hard points on the bottom here, front and back, for the double TPU with the wide loop. We have a hard point here and here for you to put this TPU loop to allow hanger strap. I now have feet that you could print, or you could just not print the feet if you don't want the feet, but there's provisions for adding feet so that it won't slip and slide so much. Oh, I gotta do the other handle. Okay. To you. Definitely going to keep you. Finishes merging. What's taking so long? Come on. There we go. Oh, debating printing one or the other. I missed that second half of your question. That's actually a different question. If you want a smaller, more compact, traditional flashlight style flashlight, print a flashlight. If you want something that's more of a presence on the campsite, so it's going to do a lot more, it's going to be bigger, and you want that more vintage lantern style, then you print the lantern. The lantern has the advantage of having more lights, more options, and USB power bank, although you can add USB power bank functionality to flashlight just by printing the parts from the power bank. So you can do either one, really. I guess just preference. What style do you like better? What's whatever pleases you more. I like both. For walking around, I prefer this. For, on the job site, campsite, I probably prefer the other one. I like them both. But I'm biased. That's it. Can't think of anything else I need to add to this. Yeah, that's it. I think I've pretty much made it about as feature rich as I can. Later on tonight, I'll have the flux. So this weekend, I'll work on getting this all wired up. I think I have everything. I have the BMSs. I'm going to take a battery out of my power bank just so I can play with it. I haven't gotten the batteries yet. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's time to print it. One last time. I'm probably going to do this one blue and clear. I have a blue Firefly LED light. I'd also like to do a pink one. It's because I like pink. But because I have a pink Firefly light as well. Yes, bumpmesh.com, I believe it is. Yeah, bumpmesh.com. It's free. CNC Kitchen made it. So you take whatever you want and you add whatever mesh you want to it. So yeah, there's 3 different wood grains. And then you can adjust this grain, smoothing, sizing, so you can change the scale, make it bigger and smaller. It's pretty neat. Now you do have to be careful. The if you compress it too much, it forms jaggies. Like for example, when I did the hexagon, it's got this sawtooth pattern. See how it's got that sawtooth pattern? So I had to play around with the smoothing to try to eliminate that. And then of course the file you export is going to be freaking huge. Oh my god, it's so big. But once you export your STL, bring it into Prusa Slicer, and the Prusa Slicer Simplify routine is far, far superior. Because my handle, my hex handle, was originally like you see here, it's 4.8 megabytes. When I brought it out of here, it was 35 megabytes. It's freaking huge. So play around with the scale and the smoothing. Also by you can adjust this to get rid of faces that you don't want to be. Like I didn't want the top done, so I turned one for the top and one for the bottom. This way it wouldn't do the top and the bottom. You can obviously, if you wanted to do them all, then you set it to 0, then it does them all. And of course, if you're doing a cylinder, make sure you change it to cylinder. Instead of triplanar, do cylinder, spherical. And you can also load your own custom meshes. I love some of these. Some of these are really nice. Like this, these woven patterns. I mean, some of these are just really cool. This one here was really cool. Yeah, that one. Yeah, some of these are really sharp. I don't think so. You can export to Fusion. So you can export to Autodesk Fusion, but I think it's just exporting the STL. Like there's no construction files. So you can't have a step file from Tinkercad because there's no construction. Tinkercad works with primitives. See these primitives here? Everything in Tinkercad is made of these. So you can't really have a step file. There's no way to get a step file from that. Yeah, I'm pleased with this. I think this is about as refined as it's going to get. And I still have no glue. You know, the screws, of course, obviously you're going to have screws. No glue. My only concern here is I think this might be a little too close to this. We'll have to see. It's not going to stop it from working, but it might be a little too close. We'll see. Yeah, I think it's turning out nice. I think it's turning out really nice. Oh, let me show you some neat little tricks. Like, for example, that I found a better way to apply that hexagon pattern. So here's how I do that. Let's see. Let's do lid. So I want to apply that hexagon pattern to the lid here. So now the way I do this is I bring the object in twice. So now I have two objects sitting right on top of each other, not array them. In fact, if you think you might accidentally array, group them, and now when you center, they'll stay together. The reason for that is pretty important. Tools, variables. You're going to your 5.17. I want 2 layers for the hexagon. I'm doing it at 0.3. So that's going to be 0.6. So it's going to be 4.57. 4.57. Add. Okay. This one is going to be set to model number 1. This one is going to be set to model number 2. Okay. So this one is going to be 333. Infill 20% is fine. I like it. I have no problems with that. This one, turn off the additions. I'm going to set this for 000. Infill, hexagon, full honeycomb. That will give me, we're going to do sequential. Give me that. I don't like this. So I think I'm going to add a perimeter. You should be able to do the same thing in Orca Slicer. Yeah, much better. There you go. Now I have my hexagon pattern without having to create a dicey Tinkercad file. It's just built right into the slicer. And you can do this with any pattern that your slicer supports. So for example, if you prefer squares, use grid. Don't forget, you can rotate the grid. Want to do triangles? You got that. There you go. It's your sinusoidal. Create all these different patterns. Oh, actually, that's kind of cool. That's actually kind of cool. Ooh, I like that. Okay, but you can do all this kind of stuff right in the slicer. Isn't that cool? You really like that sinusoidal. A knife block? Nice. Yes, remixing is a little more difficult. Good point. Very good point. Plus, it just looks nice. I don't like the way it looks. I'll save that one. I like that one. Now, what would happen if I did that to the front? Okay. Let's cover. Let's cover. Oh. Yeah. No, I don't want that one. That one. 9, 2, 3. Okay. Variable. 0.9. So I didn't like the 3. 0.6 just didn't have enough definition. Okay. This one is going to have no top, no bottom. Do the sinusoidal again. We're gonna up it to 30%. And this, rid of that. Change this to 333. Print, select all, go. Ooh. What the hell? I see 2 infill patterns. Oh, what? Why do I see 2 infill patterns? Shouldn't be doing that. Oh, I forgot to separate them. This has to be model 1. It's the slicer trying to be intelligent. I actually have to do this to break the slicer's intelligence. There we go. Nice. Definitely doing the sinusoidal. That's cool. Now, if there's only a way to do that to the handle. Although, you know something? You know what would look really good on that handle? The woven pattern, like a leather wrapped handle. Ooh, I just might do that. I'm having fun with this now. Okay. Oh, that's right. This does not require top layers, since that is all going to be hidden inside. It's just a waste of plastic. Good. I like that sinusoidal pattern. It's just cool looking. Yeah, but where would I get the pattern? But no, that wouldn't make sense to wrap around the cylinder. It wouldn't look very good. Save factory. Oh, the body. Okay. So the first problem is I need a copy of the grip without the pattern. I think that's as simple as take this. Oh, that's right. I did a cylinder. How big was the cylinder? I forget. See? No, I cannot do this here. Copy. Eat. If I do it here, it's going to get too complex. I'm going to really piss off my slicer. I think that that leather wrap pattern would be nice. Okay. Get rid of you. You're throwing a conniption fit anyway. Paste. Okay. On. One more. There we go. That pattern right there. Eat. What was the diameter of that? I forgot what the diameter was. Okay. Split. Cylinder. Vintage core. Port. Load model. Core. See? That. Oh, that's cool. That looks like an old leather wrap handle. Let's get rid of top and bottom. Scale the by. That's better. What do you think of that for a vintage lamp? Does that look cool or what? Old leather wrap style. I want to make it pop more. Where is that? An option to make it stick out more. Depth. What's this? Texture height. Go. Yeah. Okay. Port. Okay. Now we bring it into the slicer to simplify it. Right now it's, well, it's not too bad, 6 megabytes. I can make it simpler. Simplify. Port. 3 megabytes. Much better. Okay. Import. Yeah, the sinusoidal with the leather weaving, that's definitely much more vintage looking. Hexagon's got a nice vintage feel to it too. But Hexagon also has a futuristic feel. It's futuristic and vintage. Having a hard time bringing it in. Maybe I need to simplify it a little more. Let's try it. It's going to finish no matter what, so I might as well let it try. Okay. Okay. You and you. Line. You. Center. And center. I'm losing a little bit of my curve, but that's okay. Now I should just be able to do this. Hi. Very vintage. Rip. Eve. Hell yeah. That just looks cool. I hope it prints nice. I'm worried about all that weirdness there. It looks really bad. I might have to go and do it at a higher quality. But again, let's see what it looks like in the slicer. You might not even be able to tell the difference. Oh yeah, you're not going to be able to see a difference. Not once it's printed. Yeah, that looks fine. Very cool. Oh nope, that's got to change. Let's see, advanced. This is for perimeters only. There we go. That is cool. That's the kind of thing where you're going to want to print that in brown, though. Some kind of wood color. All right. That is it for today. I'm going to work on getting these all sliced to make sure everything slices cleanly. I'm going to start printing things. Go from there. Start getting soldered together and wired up. But at 2:30, I got to go to the Roadrunner, see if they got any glue anymore. Okay. That's it. Kind of excited. Oh, here's the hexagon one. They did. Oh, nice. Um, that's it. I will see you guys later. Thank you very much for joining in. You guys have a great day.